Well, welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And the New Jersey Devils headed to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., looking to rebound from a rather lackluster performance at home, dropping one to the Maple Leafs. Looking to get back in the win column against the Capitals tonight, and the boys deliver. Oh, did they deliver? Coming out of D.C. with a 5-3 Devils win, 2 more points in the bank, improving their overall record on the season to 3-1. So much to get to, so much to talk about. Let's just start off at the top here. Dawson Mercer appearing in his 250th NHL career game. That is 250 consecutive NHL games. He has a little Iron Man streak going. He has not missed a single game in his NHL career thus far. That is good for the 8th longest active streak in the NHL at the moment. Shout out to Dawson, and he's rewarded late in the game. We'll get to that in a bit as well. Big news leading into this game. Paul Cotter bumped up to the third line, trying to re-energize and get some offense going, and Palat dropped to the fourth line. Early on in the game, the fourth line draws a penalty. Devils go to the power play. Don't do much with it. Didn't look great. Wasn't exciting. And sure enough, a short time after, the Devils get yet another power play that they also did nothing with. Late in the power play, there's a 2-on-1 coming against the Devils. Capitals with a glorious shorthanded chance, and Haula at the last minute dives. Beautiful dive at the very end there to take away the passing lane, forcing the Capital with the puck to take the shot. Markstrom makes the save. Beautiful hustle play by Haula, and an overall amazing game by him tonight as well. I knew the calls weren't going to keep going for the Devils, and sure enough, Capitals get a power play midway through the period, and at 10:48, Carlson just puts one on net. Markstrom never saw it. Tom Wilson kind of screening him out there in front. Caps take the early 1-0 lead, and at this point I was like, oh no. I really wanted to shake the demons of last year, and I really wanted to get on the scoreboard first more often than not. And I believe this Devils team will throughout the year, but on the road in the Capitals opener, building was electric. Their 50th anniversary, everyone feeling good. Carlson gives them the 1-0 lead, and I was just like, just get the next one. Just get the next one and don't go down 2-0. And at 13:42, the newcomer, the kid, Seamus Casey, getting involved in the offensive end with another little beautiful little move with the puck, freezing the defender, peels off a little bit to the side, and just rips another one. And Seamus Casey, my friends, is going to give Sheldon Keefe and this coaching staff an absolute horrible, painful decision to make when we are fully healthy. At this juncture, Seamus Casey, has looked absolutely amazing. He had a couple snafus in our own end, as expected for a young defenseman, but overall, I think the upside is there. When you make that pros and cons chart, I think Casey's upside is huge, and getting involved in the offense is welcome. What team wouldn't love to get more contributions on the score sheet from their defenseman? And Seamus Casey is going to bring us just that. 2 goals in his first 4 NHL games. Welcome to the show, kid. Seamus Casey, what a story coming out of the season. Looking forward to seeing how he develops as the season goes on and he gets more comfortable in this league. And again, Sheldon Keefe is going to have a lot of decisions to make when we are fully healthy. They're not going to be easy. And at 16:24, my new favorite player and yours,
Paulie. Yo, Paulie. Hey, yo, Paulie.
Paul Cotter, gives the Devils the 2-1 lead. Just beautiful play. Carries the puck in, dishes it off, goes straight to the net. Money in the bank. Paul Cotter, the emergent Paul Cotter, is doing it all. He's playing heavier, edgier, more violent. He's getting on the score sheet. This guy is looking like the absolute find of a lifetime from Fitz. Again, full disclosure, I did initial sticker shock when the trade was announced. I was happy to get Cotter, but I didn't like the price we paid. I was hoping Holtz was going to develop into the guy we all wanted him to be. Akira Schmid, playoff hero, certified in my book. I'll always love Akira. Bailing the Devils out after they were down 2-0 in that series to the Rangers in the 2023 playoffs. Coming back and capping it off with a Game 7 shutout victory and just sending the Ranger fans home. Love to see it. Akira Schmid will always be a legend in my book. So I had initial sticker shock, but as I did more deep dive on Paul Cotter, watched a lot of video, he's shown it in Vegas. And they obviously knew what they had in him, or at least they had an idea he could become a good player because they didn't trade him away cheap. They got a decent return for him. And with the change of atmosphere, a new club, new head coach, Paul Cotter is thriving. In my preseason prediction video, I predicted he would get 41 points this year and have a career year. And my apologies, Paul Cotter. Forgive me, please. It's looking like he could shatter that. Obviously, he's not going to be able to keep up this production all season long, but what an amazing start. 4 goals in the first 4 games. I mean, wow. Wow. Devils up 2-1 after 1. We go to the second, and unfortunately, we give one up immediately. Strome. Again, this showed shades of the last game where we're getting sloppy and kind of sleeping in our own end. Fail to clear the puck. We can't get it out. Capitals with sustained pressure in our end. Puck's bouncing around. We can't get to it. Strome pokes it in from the net mouth. That's one you know, if you're Keefe, you're going to say, what the hell happened here in the video room? Like, this puck has to get out. Strome ties it up at 32 seconds, and then I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. This is not good. Just keep coming in waves. Bratt springs Jack for a breakaway. He comes in, and on first glance, it looks like Jack misses the net. And then on the replay, we see Lindgren got a piece of it. But Jack fails on the breakaway. Wish he could have buried that. Would love to see Jack Hughes get going. And hopefully Monday at home against the Utah Hockey Club, he does just that, and we see a big game from Jack. But if I'm being honest, it seems like he's still nursing an injury or his little nagging thing going on. He doesn't look like himself, and he really hasn't. Hopefully we see the magic Jack Hughes sooner than later, but who knows what's really going on with that. And then at 3:56, we regain the lead on a beautiful individual effort from Tomas Tatar. Takes a shot on net, rebound, comes out, he fouls his own shot, defenders hooking him, sticking him all over him. Beautiful second effort. TUNA from the seat of his pants gives the Devils the 3-2 lead, and love to see TUNA get it going. A lot of people were kind of iffy on that acquisition by Fitz late into free agency. People were hoping for a big splashy, name, but at that point it didn't, there was no cap space, and it seemed like we were going to have to find a guy like Tatar and bring him in, and hopefully he could recapture some of that magic he had here during that beautiful 22-23 season. And TUNA cashes one in at 3:56, gives the Devils the 3-2 lead. And then at 13:38, Mr. Cotter strikes again. Another beautiful play, and just knows where to go. This guy just knows absolutely where to go. Great hockey sense, physical. I just love everything about this guy. I fully expect there to be a run on 47 jerseys at the store at The Rock. If they're not already sewing them up right now, they should be. But he comes in basically on a 2-on-1 with Noesen. Nace throws it across. Cotter one-times it through the back of the net. Beautiful shot. And Cotter's showing why Fitz believed in him. I mean, this guy could score every which way. Beautiful skater. Great hands. Could finish in tight. Could rip the puck. I love this kid. I think the sky's the limit. And again, my apologies, Mr. Cotter. I predicted 41 points, and it's looking like you will, barring injury, blow right past my prediction. And I mean, what a story for the Devils. I mean, wow. Fitzy goes out and gets this guy in the summer, and he comes here and he's looking like a reborn player. And I made the comparison on the live. Shout out to all of you who came into the post-game live. I feel like it's a very analogous situation. Not the same player, but an analogous situation to when Sharon Govich was here. He was kind of buried on the depth chart. We had an incredible wealth of forwards. He was buried down, didn't really get the full opportunity to thrive here. And I feel like the same thing happened to Cotter in Vegas. Again, I'm not saying Cotter's going to have Sharon Govich's production, but we saw Sharon Govich go to Calgary with an increased role, more responsibilities, more ice time, and he thrived and had a career year. Cotter comes here, again, change of scenery, and it seems like with this increased role he's going to have now on the third line or higher, potentially, that he's going to have a career year just like Sharon Govich did in Calgary. So shout out to Fitz on the find with Cotter. What a beautiful addition to this roster. Also of note, in the second period, we had another display of heavier, edgier, more violent, of course. Ace loves that sort of stuff. Pierre-Luc Dubois kind of took down Timo Meier and gave him a little extra shot on the ground. As soon as he gets up, Johnny Kovachkin comes in and just starts giving him the business, roughing him up a little bit. And then Tom Wilson comes from behind and kind of grabs onto Kovacevic and tackles him. And they wiped out our power play because of that. So they give Dubois his penalty and they give Kovacevic one. I 100% anticipated Tom Wilson also getting one for his involvement in the fracas. And I thought, Wilson's penalty and Kovacevic's were going to cancel out and we were still going to be on the power play. Refs really screwed us there. I thought that was total BS. But love to see the boys sticking up for one another. Again, this is not last year's Devils. We will not be smacked around. We will not be battered. We will retaliate. We will punch back because we are, in fact,
get a little heavier, get a little edgier, a little more violence.
Johnny Kovacevic bringing it into the lineup with that 6'5", 223-pound frame. Love to see it, sticking up for Timo. And Yeah, we should have had a power play. That was total BS. We go to the third period, nursing the 4-2 lead, and the Caps strike again early. Cotter kind of falls down, can't clear the puck, kind of bobbling it, and again, we get pinned in our own end, and we shouldn't. Puck comes out to Tom Wilson, and he rips one past Markstrom at 1:35, cutting the lead to 4-3, and that's where I was like, all right, boys, it's time to shut this down. We can't be having this. We had a 2-goal lead going into the third. No. We need to get this victory. And the 4-3 lead held until late in the game at 19:52 when Nico Hischier just puts his body on the line, knowing he's going to get killed by Ovechkin, flies to the puck and chips it up, just gets absolutely crushed. And Dawson gets his first of the year on the empty net. And what a game. What an absolute game. Love to see it. Huge road victory for the boys. Again, another night where you get depth scoring and scoring from somewhat unlikely places in defenseman Seamus Casey, although I guess it's starting to become so commonplace that maybe it's not as unexpected as I'm saying. But, you know, whenever you could get goals from the defenseman and your bottom six, you love to see it. It's a well-balanced attack. The New Jersey Devils have that this year. They are very deep. I love the roster. Unfortunately, the top six has not been clicking as we had hoped at this juncture. Again, it's only 4 games, so I'm not panicking or nervous whatsoever. But on a night where the top line can't really get it going, it's beautiful to see a defenseman score. TUNA gets a goal. Cotter with 2, bumped up to the third line, and then Dawson gets that empty netter. I mean, wow. Wow, you absolutely love to see the depth scoring coming in and paying off. The new additions. I mean, my God, Paul Cotter, new addition, 2 goals. Stefan Noesen, 3 assists. Haula with 3 assists. What a night for Steph. What a night for Haula, Paul Cotter, and a well-balanced attack, guys. This is the trademarks of very good teams that go deep into the playoffs, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from this New Jersey Devils club so far. Obviously, it wasn't the prettiest win. We still had a couple breakdowns that need to be fixed, but that's going to come in time. We're still only 4 games into the Sheldon Keefe era, and so far, how can you not love what you see? Are you not entertained? The boys are 3-1, and we're coming home to face a hot Utah hockey club on Monday afternoon. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to that or not. I'm kind of on the fence, but I'm looking forward to that one. After every game now, I'm just like, I can't wait for the next one. I still have that feeling like I haven't had in a long time. A lot of you are still on the fence about this team after one game. You know, you all started getting nervous and started jumping ship. Oh, it's the same old Devils, and it's crazy. I can never think like that after game 3 of the season, and especially when it was spelled out quite clearly for you that the odds were against us. And again, not to make excuses, but coming back from the global series, I think the teams coming back from that game are like 9-30 or something crazy in the next game afterwards. And so, again, not to make excuses, but you are fighting an uphill battle with all the travel and all the BS. And the Devils fell victim to it, throw that game away. And a lot of people were overreacting after that game. Not your boy Ace. I believed in this team after Fitz's summertime additions. I believed after the 2 games in Prague. And I still believed completely unwavered after the Toronto home opener. The Devils bounce right back, go to Washington. And again, not the prettiest victory, but they got the job done. Depth scoring coming into play. Once again, the new additions paying dividends. Noesen with the 3-assist night. Haula with the 3-assist night. Cotter with 2 goals. You absolutely love to see it. And what a night. What an absolute night for this New Jersey Devils club. Let's look at the game stats real quick. Devils 33 shots on goal. Capitals with 32. Devils 58.2% in the faceoff circle. Capitals 41.8%. Devils 0 for 4 on the power play. And the Caps 1 for 3 on a power play. This is an area where I'm really hoping we're going to start getting it going soon. But as the top line, I'm not going to say struggles, but as they've underperformed, I guess, to some extent. Again, small sample size, I'm not remotely concerned. But through 4 games, they're not quite where we'd like them to be yet. And as a result, the power play kind of mirrors that. And 0 for 4 tonight. I mean, we had 2 early ones. Even if we scored 1, we could have, taken a 1-0 lead fairly early in the game and put them back on their heels. And if somehow we scored on both, then you have a stranglehold with a 2-0 lead a few minutes into the game. But it just looks sloppy. They're not getting it done. I'd like to see some maybe personnel shake up a little bit just as a test in the next game on the power play. But I'm sure Sheldon Keefe's going to have the boys practicing the power play a lot. But, yeah, 0 for 4, not going to get it done. Absolutely not going to get it done. Caps 1 for 3 on the power play. Devils 18 hits. Capitals with 20 hits. Devils with 15 block shots. Capitals with 18 block shots. Devils with 16 giveaways. Capitals with 17 giveaways. Devils 3 takeaways. Caps 8 takeaways. And, yeah, I look for hits plus block shots to be at 40 or more. We were, not too far off, but not too close either. 18 hits plus 15 block shots, according to my arithmetic, is 33. Would like to get that up, have a couple more block shots, and some more hits as well. Get closer to that 40 number. But also, I'd be remiss not to mention and the other hustle play. There was 2 hustle plays this game. Haula diving on the 2-on-1 while on the power play, preventing a really high-quality chance. And the other hustle play, Jonas Siegenthaler blocked a bomb. I forget what the score was at the time. I want to say it was 4-3, and he laid out an 8-1, and it would have been a high-quality shot. And shout out to Siegenthaler. He put his body on the line, and he just blocked it. What a beautiful effort. I almost forgot about that. I got a lot going on in my brain here. What a night. But in terms of overall outlook here, I am still as positive as can be. The boys are 3-1. Who wouldn't have signed up for 3-1? Everybody would have signed up for 3-1 with one sloppy home opener to throw in the trash. It is what it is. Hopefully we come back Monday with a big performance against this hot Utah hockey club. And I was just thinking, and again, it's not because of panic, but because we are very early on in the infancy stage of the Sheldon Keefe era of the season, I would like to see a little tinkering with the top 6. We saw him do it tonight. And again, a lot of people take that as a sign of panic, not me. Early on in his run here as head coach, I would like to see a little tinkering in the top 6. We saw him do it in the bottom 6 today, and it paid off immediately. Cotter bumped up to the third line. He has 2 goals. Noesen has 3 assists. Haula has 3 assists. So I would like to see some tinkering in the top 6, and I'm going to go through a couple different scenarios. But my number one, and a lot of people are going to probably hate on me for this too, but I do love the third line as is. I think this could be a monstrous third line, one of the best third lines in the league. They looked lights out tonight, and I think those guys all mesh very well. I think, Cotter's going to thrive no matter where you put him, but Cotter with Haula and Noesen is an absolute force. With that being said, I believe so much in Cotter and think he is so good that, call me crazy, I would give him at least a 1-game audition playing with Jack. Now, hear me out. I think with his speed, with the ferocity, chippiness that he plays with, I think that could bode well on Jack's wing. And I would personally like to see, as a 1-game audition, I would like to see Cotter with Hughes and Mercer on the right side for 1 game, just to see what it is. And that would make my second line in this 1-game experiment Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Timo Meier. Boom! Cotter, Hughes, Mercer, Bratt, Hischier, Meier. Would love to see it for a 1-game audition. I don't know if we will because, that third line is so good. Why break it up? But I do feel like Noesen and Haula can thrive even with a guy like Tatar on the left side. And so in this, my preferred scenario for the test, you would have Cotter, Hughes, Mercer, line 1, Bratt, Hischier, Meier, line 2, and that would leave Tatar, Haula, Noesen for the third line, and then the fourth line would stay intact from tonight of Palat, Lazar, Bastian. I would love to see it. And then in another scenario with Cotter on the top line, I would be curious to see Cotter with Hughes and Timo. And then that would leave a second line of Bratt, Hischier, Mercer. I think either one of those kind of combinations could be interesting, and I think it's worth looking into. Again, I think Jack is playing a little injured, but the top 6 really hasn't gotten it going thus far. Paul Cotter has 4 goals on the season, and Jack Hughes has 0. Who would have, if I told everybody, bold prediction going into the season, after 4 games, Jack Hughes is going to have 0 goals and Paul Cotter will have 4. I think most people would have told me to stop taking meth. And, I'm not worried about Jack other than his potential injury or whatever is going on, but I think he's going to be just fine. Hopefully we see Magic Jack come back into the lineup when he's on top of his game and one of the most lethal players on the planet. But he hasn't looked like that just yet, and I think maybe just doing a little tinkering in that top 6 could pay dividends. And if Keefe is married to the idea of Cotter on the third line, then there's definitely some other tinkerings you could do in the top 6 as well while leaving Cotter on that third line. But he's just been so good that I think it's worth rewarding him with a 1-game audition to see what he could do with Jack. I really think they could be a lethal combination. Cotter just has great vision and sense. He always, it just always seems like he knows where to go. He kind of sees the game a little bit ahead. He's always getting to the right spot, and he could score a lot of different ways. I think he could complement Jack very well. I'd be very interested in seeing that combination. I don't know if we will. And furthermore, I think Cotter, if you haven't already deduced from what I've been saying about Cotter, I 1,000% believe he deserves a look on the power play as well. I thought late in the third period when we had that power play, I thought we were going to see maybe Cotter out there. Keefe did throw out a rather unconventional power play unit. I really thought Cotter was going to get a crack there. But late in that third period, the power play unit was Mercer, Haula, Noesen, Tatar, and Seamus Casey. Cotter deserves a look on the power play. I mean, I don't know how you just don't give him a shot. He's just been all over the place, buzzing everywhere. Absolutely love this guy, and I look forward to seeing all the 47 jerseys in the stands at the Rock because he 1,000,000% deserves it. He's just been, what a story. What a find, what a story. And, wow, what a night. Shout out to all of you who came through for the post-game live. I appreciate it. I'll be doing a post-game live after every game, tentatively around 10:15 or so, 10:30 maybe on some nights. Whenever MSG goes off the air with the post-game show, shortly thereafter, your boy Ace will be coming on to talk Devils hockey live on the channel. And what a night. It's an exciting time to be a Devils fan. I am super jacked. I cannot wait for Monday afternoon. I'm hoping we go right back to Markey. I'd like to see him really settle down and get in a groove. I think, if I'm being honest, he's looked a little shaky thus far, but, you know, that Toronto game was just a really rough run for everybody across the board. And then tonight, again, we just had some really poor play in our own end and didn't really help him any. But he made some big saves when it mattered. When the game was on the line, he came up, and Markey got the W. I'm hoping he kind of finds his groove. This defense starts clicking a little bit better, and the forwards are a little more defensively aware and responsible as well. It's a team effort. The defensemen got to do their job, and the forwards got to play some defense as well. Back check and help the defensemen get that puck out of our zone. Tonight we had a couple meltdowns that were awful, but we got to clean it up. But overall, great win. Not the prettiest variety, but 2 points is 2 points. Coming home 3-1, 6 of 8 potential points. New Jersey Devils hockey. The new era is upon us. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this game, anything I talked about during this video. I think I covered everything. If you haven't seen it yet, please head over to the channel and check out all the videos I have from the home opener, even though the game sucked. I still got a ton of cool videos, a lot of the red carpet stuff, guys just signing for the fans and taking photos. I got a lot of cool footage of that. I got some warm-up clips on there. I have some behind the scenes of the boys outside the locker room. They're looking like they're having fun. I'm not going to lie. You should check out that behind the scenes video. You'll see them, and Paul Cotter's a big part of it. He looks like he's a locker room favorite. He's got secret handshakes with all kinds of guys, fist bumps and blowing it up and finger jabs. They got all kinds of things going on pregame before they hit the ice, and Cotter seems like he's beloved by everybody, and he is killing it on the ice for these New Jersey Devils. I'll drop the link to that video in the description as well, but check it out on the channel, all the videos from home opener. What a night. What a night. I get so pumped up after these games, I can't go to sleep. I mean, and especially after doing the live, I'm just jacked up. But join us for a future post-game live. I enjoy talking to fans from all over the world. I have a big video debuting, or premiering, I should say, the premiere Monday night entitled, I Bought New Jersey Devils Stanley Cup Bling from Pawn Stars. Boom! This is a project I've been working on for quite a while. It took a lot of time with all the different elements, but I'll be in the chat live during that premiere. Hope some of you check it out. A lot of you are going to be like, this guy is such a dork. And a lot of you are going to think it's awesome. and some of you might think both. But, you know, I am a huge Devils collector, and I was able to get something truly special. Video goes live Monday. That link will be in the description as well. But anything, everything New Jersey Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. What a night to be a Devils fan. I'm just thinking I don't want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. What a night. What a night. And don't let the two hustle. The two hustle plays the game. I can't stress enough. Erik Haula with a dive to break up a potential easy tap-in goal, taking away the passing lane, and then Siegenthaler with that monster block, and then Haula with 3 assists. Jason with 3 assists. Oh, my God. What a game. What a game. Yeah, let me know about the lines, anything. Throw it all out there. I'll talk to you all soon. I will be back soon. I have tons of stuff in the works, as always. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go.